everyone, my name is Marie, welcome to my channel and welcome to another speed build. So for today's video, I am back in the world of Strangerville and I haven't actually built here in quite some time, but I was really craving a little bit of a different environment, just a little bit of a different build for this one. I've been really enjoying building in like the base game worlds like Willow Creek and Newcrest lately, doing very suburban-y looking cute family homes, and I've been really enjoying that. But today I really wanted to do something a little bit different, and that's when I decided to build a Victorian house, because I definitely do not build Victorian houses very often. They tend to intimidate me a little bit. I find them a little bit scary because I'm not used to Victorian builds whatsoever. We don't have those around here where I live, so I'm really not familiar with them. However, I do enjoy building them from time to time, and then especially in the world of Strangerville, because I don't know, I feel like Strangerville is kind of not overrated, it's underrated is what I want to say, because I feel like Strangerville, the world is just so pretty, it's so well made. I love how vibrant it is. You can see like the mountains in the background and it's just so well made, and I feel like it's very pretty and beautiful. So, and I haven't built here in a while, so I decided to go ahead and build something in Strangerville for a bit of a different style, a bit of a different environment, and I definitely really enjoyed this one, and I'm really happy with how this house came out. I wanted to do something a little bit different with it, so what I did was, even though it is a very traditional Victorian home, I made it very modern on the inside. So it was definitely recently renovated, but it is a little bit of an older house. And the Sims living here did not change any of the original windows and doors. So from the exterior, it definitely looks more on the traditional side. However, I did place some large like glass sliding doors for the back porch. So they probably did replace those or place those there, but that's for the back of the house. So initially, like when you look at the house from the front, it looks very traditional and very Victorian, and maybe they weren't allowed to change anything about the house because, I don't know, because of its like historical value or what have you. So the Sims living here, they didn't want to, or they weren't allowed to change any of the like exterior aspects of the house, so they didn't do that. However, on the inside, it's definitely very modern. I used a lot of Dream Home Decorator. The floor plan, the downstairs floor plan is very open and modern. And light and airy. So you'll see that once we move on to the interior. I'm very happy with how the interior came together. It's such a big contrast when you look at the exterior, and that was what I was really enjoying about this house. I was just really enjoying playing around with those contrasts and making it look just a little bit different, I guess. So yeah, I really like that. And for the exterior, it did definitely get like a fresh paint job. You can see that I used paneling in a light gray color, which in my opinion looks very modern and nice and just freshly painted. So that's what I was thinking. So they painted the house, but for the rest, maybe they like changed or like updated the roofing as well, because the roofing looks quite new and modern as well. So maybe they changed like those aspects of the house, but not so much like the character of the house, if that makes sense. So that's really what I tried to do, and I think I succeeded. And then for the backyard, I really fenced in part of it, and then I later on decided to also place a pool, which isn't fenced in as much, because this lot, I don't think I've ever built on this lot. It's on that hill in Strangerville where the more like larger, luxurious Victorian homes are by default. So that's where I built this as well. And I don't think I've ever built anything on this lot before, but I really like it. The view is just really beautiful. The lot is quite spacious, and I did end up having a large like side yard, if you will. There was a lot of space left on the side of the house, as you can see. So that's why I decided to place down a pool over there to just kind of extend the yard a little bit more, if that makes sense. And then for the rest of the landscaping, I really tried to tie it in with the rest of the world. So I didn't go crazy with plants. I definitely placed my fair share of debug plants and landscaping and stuff because I just can't help myself. I don't like to leave it bare. So yeah, I did that, but I did not go crazy. So I feel like it goes nicely with the rest of the world, like with the surroundings. I feel like it goes quite nicely. You can see that we do have, just off the lot, we have one of those weird Strangerville plants, because I think in this version of Strangerville, I didn't solve the mystery or anything. So we definitely still have those weird little plants going on. And I'm yet to take screenshots of this house, but yeah, so when I do, we will probably have some weird possessed Sims coming over to say hi. I don't know. We'll see about that. So that part of Strangerville is a little bit weird and strange, as the title suggests, definitely. But the world itself, I feel like it's just very, very pretty. The lots are something different, and I just really enjoy it. So yeah, and one thing I was really enjoying for this house as well is I used windows from the not my first wedding, my wedding stories pack. Oh my gosh, I got that so wrong. I was thinking of my first pet stuff for some reason, but I was using the my wedding stories windows, and they go very nicely with the Victorian style. Those windows are definitely supposed to be more Mediterranean, but they work really nicely for Victorian houses as well. So I really enjoyed that for this one. They have those little shutters, and I used the doors from Strangerville itself. And those doors and windows, even though they don't actually go together, they do look very good together. So yeah, that's a nice tip. If you have both those packs, you can definitely mix and match the doors and windows. So that was something I really, really enjoyed. And then for the floor plan of this house, I was struggling with it. I did not record all that, but I was struggling with it big time because I did know that I wanted to have like a very open, modern floor plan. But then at first I was going for a fully closed off entryway with a staircase and stuff, but that was taking up a lot of space. And then the whole layout for the kitchen and living room was going to be very strange. So what I decided to do is I did not close off a proper entryway. We do have a little entry area, if you will, but it's not fully closed off. And then right on your left, when you walk into the house, we have the kitchen. And this was, for me, like strange kitchen placement. I never really place a kitchen literally in the middle of the house, but I really liked it for this house. It just looks really, really good. So we have this very open, modern, sleek kitchen. As you can see, I used counters from Dream Home Decorator, also island counters, and then I used the overhead cabinets from Base Game in a nicely matching swatch that we have these days, so that is really, really nice. And then we have this rounded bit off of the kitchen as well, and I placed a little dining table in that sunroom nook, if you will. I wasn't sure what to do with it. I could not fit a fully sized, like a larger dining table in there, which I kind of wanted to do at first, but then I was like, you know what, we'll just place a smaller one and make a little breakfast nook in there. I did really want to make use of that little area because it has such pretty lighting. It has like direct sunlight at this time of day, and the large windows are just so pretty. So I really wanted to make use of this little area. So I decided to put a small 4-seater dining table. And then for the color scheme, as you can see, you can already tell that I decided to go for lighter colors, lighter wood tones mixed with pastels. That's mainly because that's what the Dream Home Decorator pack comes with, and I kind of based everything off of the swatch of the kitchen and the swatch of the dining chairs, because I was using those light pink dining chairs, as you can see. And then I decided in the end, I think I even went with this shade for the couch as well, because I did place a large sectional also from Dream Home Decorator. And I think I went for that matching lighter pink swatch. At first I was like, I don't want to make it too pastel and too soft and too quote unquote feminine, but that is just what happened. So at some point I just decided to embrace it and go for the pastel pink, because why not? I don't choose that color very often. I do for like teenage bedrooms and stuff, but not necessarily for a whole color scheme for a house. So like for the full house, if you will. So for this one, I was like, you know what, we might as well just do that. Why not? Because it's pretty and cute, and I really liked how it looked for this specific house. So yeah, that's what I did. And here you can see after I placed down the kitchen and the breakfast nook, I went back to the entryway. I was kind of avoiding this little area because I wasn't sure what to do with it exactly. I didn't want to clutter it up with like coat hangers and a bunch of shoes and stuff everywhere, because that would just make it look way too messy. So I decided to go for these open shelves from Eco Lifestyle. I thought they would go with the style of this house very nicely. And I placed a little chair. So for an entryway, it's not too realistic. Usually I like to include a little area for like to hang your coat or place your shoes, or like some sort of cupboard or drawer or closet or what have you, because that is just what you would have in your entryway. But for this house, I was really trying to think of the aesthetic a little bit more. And since the entryway was open to the rest of the house, I was like, you know what, for this one, we're just gonna make it a little bit less realistic and place a pretty open shelf. And where your coat is gonna go, I am not quite sure, but luckily that's not possible or not necessary for your Sims to think about that. So for this one, I just decided to not think about that for once, and really try to keep the aesthetic of the house in mind. And yeah, I just think it turned out very open and bright and fresh as well. I'm just really happy with how it came together. And because this house is more on the modern side, well, more on the modern side, it's very modern. I was thinking that these Sims like their home to be more neat and picked up and just, you know, put together. So it's not too cluttered. I did clutter up the kitchen a little bit to make it look somewhat lived in, of course, but for the rest, it's not too cluttered. We have the living area over here. As you can see, I closed off a little part, like 3 tiles where I placed the fireplace, because I really wanted to do something with the shape of this space. So I decided to just place like a raised up platform behind the fireplace, as you can see, to just kind of make the space a little bit more interesting. And that's where I placed the TV. And you can see that I did place that light pink swatch of the sectional couch, and yeah, it's just very light and airy, and I didn't clutter up this area at all. I did, of course, place some stuff on the coffee table and stuff because I do want to make it look homey and like cozy and stuff, but just not too cluttered. And I was also definitely thinking that this family, they would not have young children. I did give this house, I didn't talk about that at all just yet, but yeah, this house has 3 bedrooms total. It has 1 master bedroom and then 2 smaller bedrooms. So I furnished this house for 2 parents and then 2 teenagers. So I was definitely thinking that this family wouldn't have very young children, so they wouldn't have like any toys scattered around the place. The house definitely looks a little bit more picked up and just neat, if you will. And then one thing I did not realize, we must have gotten some sort of delivery, or like Sims, what's it called? Like express delivery. Oh my gosh, I'm totally spacing out on that word right now, but you know those little updates that they do these days with very small things? Sims delivery, something like that. I just can't think of the word right now, but we must have gotten that tiny little potted cactus. I can't talk for some reason today, but it's fine. You can see that I placed that very, very cute potted cactus on the coffee table. It is definitely new because I have never seen it before, and I was furnishing this house literally yesterday, and I wasn't aware that we got that update. So yeah, all of a sudden I was scrolling through the catalog and I saw that little cactus, and it's so cute. I like it so much. So I decided to place it on the coffee table. It's really, really cute. I should really take a better look at it. It comes in some very fun swatches, if I'm not mistaken. So I need to go back into my game and look at that cactus a little bit more because it's just really cute. I was not aware of that update. So that was a fun surprise when I was furnishing this house. But yeah, as you can see, off of the living room, by the way, I placed the larger dining area, as you can see, behind the living area where I placed a large rounded dining table with some chairs around it. So that is the actual like formal dining area, if you will. And then off of the living room, we have this archway leading into a small hallway, and then that's where the staircase is located. And we also have a laundry room in here as well as a full bathroom. So that is the downstairs hall bathroom. I was thinking of turning it into a half bathroom with just a toilet and a sink, but because it was so spacious, I was like, you know what, we might as well just put a shower in here because why not? It's nice for gameplay to have an extra bathroom. So that is what I did. I placed a shower with a glass window, as you can see, to just kind of section it off. And then, yeah, the bathroom is very, very simple. It's a very standard layout, but it is nice and modern and sleek and clean. So Yeah, that's very nice. And then upstairs, we also have one more hall bathroom, and then the parents have an ensuite. So 3 bathrooms total, and then a laundry room as well. So you could always turn that into an additional like half bathroom if you don't have laundry, or if you don't want laundry, then you would have like 2 bathrooms right next to each other. So I don't know how realistic that would be, but it's definitely something you could do if you wanted an extra a little bathroom, or maybe you could even turn the downstairs whole bathroom into, I don't know, an office or a teeny tiny little extra bedroom, and then turn the laundry room into a half bath or something. I don't know. There is plenty of things that you can do with this house to customize it a little bit. But yeah, then I am moving on to the 2nd floor, and here we have the master bedroom. And I was not sure what to do with this bedroom for the longest time. I wanted to make it modern and sleek, but still cozy. And that's when I decided to go crazy with these shelves, these wall shelves. I placed them above the bed and next to the bed, like beside the bed, to kind of make a makeshift headboard slash nightstand situation. And I think it turned out really nice. I cluttered it up a little bit, not too much. As you can see, I placed some stuff on it for sure, but I didn't want to make it too messy. And I also didn't want it to be too cluttered, like for gameplay purposes, but mostly just because it would really fit with the vibe of the house. So yeah, I kept it neat, I kept it simple, but I did clutter it up to make it look a little bit more realistic. And I'm really happy with how this whole shelving unit around the bed came out. I wouldn't have done it if, you know how when you put the walls like half up or half down, whatever you want to call it, some walls disappear and some walls do not disappear. And because the wall where the headboard is located, where I placed it, that wall does not disappear when you put the walls half down. So that's why I decided to do it. Otherwise, it would be a little bit annoying to have like all the clutter like floating in the air, if you will, when the walls are down, because that is what happens when you don't actually slot those little items to the shelves, which I didn't. I didn't actually properly slot them to the shelves, if that makes sense. I just placed them manually. So that means that when you put the walls down, you won't see the shelves anymore, obviously, but you'll still see the clutter. And that's a little bit annoying. That's definitely a pet peeve of mine. So I always try to avoid that. And that is why I place those shelves, because the wall actually stays up when you play with the walls half up. Obviously, when you play with the walls down, then the clutter will be floating in the air. But yeah, that's just how it's going to be for that one. I always try and test it with the walls half up to make sure it still looks nice and not too messy for gameplay. So yeah, that's something I definitely try to keep in mind for this one as well. But then, as you can see, we have the little landing area. I placed a walk-in closet in there. I was thinking that could just be a storage closet for like extra sheets and just, you know, random things that you want to store. And then we have one of the teenagers' bedroom over here. This one is very orangey, pinky, and lavender, or like lilac colored, I want to say. So it's definitely very cutesy and pastel, and it has very feminine colors. And I think it just looks very, very cute. I think it turned out so nice. So I was definitely thinking 2 teenagers, and then I was thinking this is the youngest of the 2. So maybe they are like 13 or maybe like 14 or 15 years old. And then the other teenager is a little bit older. I was thinking they could be like a senior in high school. And they are going to be, going to college pretty soon. So that's what I was thinking for the family dynamics of this household. I didn't think of them too much like personality wise. I'm not so sure what their interests would be. I didn't really reflect that in their bedrooms because, well, still, like these bedrooms are obviously teenagers' bedrooms, but I still try to keep the clutter somewhat to a minimum to not make those bedrooms like too cluttered and too messy, because that would be a little bit of an eyesore when you're playing in the house. I mean, obviously, realistically, the teenagers' bedrooms would be a little bit more messy than the rest of the house probably. And that's what I did for this house definitely as well. But I still tried to like tie it into the rest of the house a little bit because I was just really enjoying the like neat vibe of the house, the like picked up, cleaned up like vibe of the house. So that's what I tried to reflect even in the teenagers' bedrooms. So that was a nice change of pace. And then this bedroom is also very colorful, but this one has a blue and yellow color scheme. I always love blue and yellow together, especially in these shades, like these lighter pastel shades. I just think that's so pretty and so cute. So that's what I did for this bedroom, and then combined with a lighter wood tone as well. A lot of Dream Home Decorator furniture pieces in here again, but yeah, it was just so, I don't know, Dream Home Decorator just went really well with the whole vibe of this house. So yeah, and then this is the bedroom for the teenager who is a little bit older. So like I said, probably a senior in high school. So their bedroom is, I want to say, a little bit more mature than the other one. I don't know. That's at least what I tried to reflect. This bedroom could easily even be for like a young adult who's in college or something like that, I feel like. But I'm definitely thinking that this teenager, they will be moving out after high school. They will be moving into the dorms probably. So yeah, they are going to be graduating this year, and I thought that that was a cute idea. But then for the rest, like I said, I didn't really have a too specific storyline for this family. However, I do really like how this house came out. I feel like it still does have a good amount of personality to it, if that makes sense. But yeah, I hope you like it. Let me know what you think of this house. Do you enjoy the contrast of the more traditional Victorian house combined with like the more modern interior style? Do you enjoy that contrast, or do you think it's weird? Because I can definitely totally understand it if you don't like it. But I personally really enjoyed doing this. And then for the backyard, as you can see, I definitely tried to include a couple of activities. So we have a dining table, and I also placed a grill. We have a seating area, and then obviously we have the pool, and I placed some lounge chairs around the pool as well, so you can do some sunbathing. But I also placed a couple of planter boxes, and I think I also placed a swing set in the backyard, and then I also put a yoga mat. So that is definitely some activities. Oh, and then I actually also placed an easel, I think, somewhere in the backyard, and even a chess table, because I actually forgot to furnish two tiny little parts of this house. We have a balcony off of the parents' bedroom that I initially forgot to furnish, and then we also have a tiny little patio or porch off of the formal dining area. I also forgot to furnish that, so I quickly did that after I furnished the backyard. But yeah, I was able to place a little chess table on the balcony, and then an additional little seating area on the downstairs porch off of the dining area. So that was nice. Some nice little, extra areas to this house, which makes it look very cozy. By the way, speaking of plants, I have a new plant. Do you like my plant? I got a new plant, and I'm really proud of her. I think she's really nice, and she really adds something to my little background, I feel like. So I'm really happy with that plant. And I feel like my plant needs a name, because I feel like people are naming their plants these days. So I can't stay behind. I feel like I have to name her. I'm just not sure what to name her. So if you have any name suggestions for my plant, please let me know. But yeah, we also have this little front porch for right by the front door. As you can see, I made that look a little bit more cozy with some plants and a little chair, and some hanging plants as well. And then I did a little bit of extra landscaping because it was looking a little bit too bare in my opinion. So I wanted to add a couple more cacti and stuff. And I did I placed some lights for the outside as well. And here you can see I quickly placed a little chess table because I almost forgot. And then I also placed a little plant on this balcony and another little planter box. But then that is going to be it for this speed build. So let's jump right into the game, and I'll show you the house in real time. So here we have the house in the game. One thing that is very annoying to me is this terrain paint doesn't match exactly with the terrain paint in the world, but I can't seem to get it right. We do have this exact like gravel terrain paint, but this one seems to be a bit more orangey, and I can't get it to match. I have tried everything in my power to get it to match, but I can't make it work. So if you have the trick, please let me know. But I feel like at this point that it might not even be possible. But yeah, we're just gonna ignore that, and we're gonna pretend that it matches perfectly. But as you can see here, we have the house. I love how it looks with these surroundings. Look at the background. Just just appreciate this world for a second because I feel like it's just so pretty and so underrated. But yeah, when we follow the pathway around the house, we enter into the backyard. So over here we have the swing set and some planters and a nice picnic table. And then back here we have a terrace with a seating area, a dining table and a grill. And then over here we have the swimming pool, obviously with some lounge chairs around it and then a little yoga mat hidden away under the tree right here. I thought that would be such a nice and peaceful spot to do some yoga. And then over here on this side, we have a teeny tiny little porch where I just placed 2 couches so you can sit out here and just hang out for a bit. And then over here we have the front porch. So when we go into the house, as you can see, the floor plan is very open and bright and modern, and the mailbox is in the middle of the entryway. I didn't think about that. I must have forgotten to place a mailbox. Let me fix this real quick before I put it up on the gallery. We'll just put the mailbox right there, and then we'll make it, no, we'll leave it white. Yeah, that looks better. Okay. Or maybe we should place her over here, a little bit more tucked away. Yeah, that's nice. We'll put her there. Anyway, back to the interior. So over here we have the open kitchen. I love how this kitchen turned out. I don't know why, but this is definitely one of my favorite kitchens that I have done in quite some time. And then over here we have a little breakfast nook in the sunroom that I think turned out really cute as well. And then we have this little spandrel detail over here as well, which I was thinking is definitely one of the authentic original aspects of the Victorian house. But then over here on this side, we have the spacious living area / dining area. So we have a nice pastel pink couch. I love it. I should use this color swatch more often because it's so cute. Oh, and then this one, see, this is the new little plant that I was not aware of. Isn't it so cute? It goes perfectly with the color scheme for this house. That's why it caught my eye. And then I realized I've literally never seen it before and it looks so cute. It must be new. So yeah, I love that one. But yeah, we also have a fireplace in here and then a large TV, as you can see. And then back here we have the formal dining area. I also placed the laptop on this dining table. And then we have a bookcase back here as well. Then over here we have this teeny little hallway that leads you into both the laundry room and the bathroom as well. So nothing special here, really nothing to see here, just very nice and modern bathroom and laundry room. Then when we go upstairs, we have this little landing area. There is really nothing here except for some decorations. And then off to the left, we have the parents' bedroom. So this bedroom really goes with the rest of the house. Aesthetic wise, I feel like it's very modern and clean and tidy. So we have the bed with the makeshift headboard made out of wall shelves. And yeah, I cluttered them up a little bit. Then over here, they have their built-in wardrobe. I made this one out of 2 kitchen cabinets. So this is not actually a functional wardrobe, but we do have a walk-in closet on the landing. So you can always use that or just use the mirror to dress your Sims. That also works. And then they have their teeny tiny ensuite over here with just a walk-in shower, a toilet, and a sink. Then over here, we have the first teen's bedroom. I loved placing this mirror in here. I just thought it was the perfect spot for this mirror. So they have their bed over here and then they have their desk over here and then they have a walk-in closet, which is really nice. So this room is definitely very bright and colorful. And then on the other side, we have the other teen's bedroom. And I think this one is my favorite, probably because I just love blue and yellow. I love that color combination. It's so pretty. So yeah, they have their bed over here as well. And then they also have a desk with some school stuff. You can tell that they have been studying. And then they have a walk-in closet over here as well. And then upstairs, obviously, we also have a hall bathroom. So this one has a shower tub combo and then just a toilet and a sink. But that is actually it for this house. So this modern Victorian house is up on the gallery. It comes in at just under 114,000 simoleons, so it's very expensive, but it is a very luxurious and newly renovated house, so I feel like somehow it just makes sense. I built it on a 40 by 30 in Strangerville. It has 3 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms. So yeah, if you want to place this house in your game, obviously you could place it on any 40 by 30, but I feel like it looks just really nice here in Strangerville. But that is actually gonna do it for this video, so I really hope that you enjoyed this one. You can download it off of the gallery like I just showed you. My username on the gallery is Simmarysims. You can also follow me on Twitter and on Instagram if you'd like. My username on there is Simmarysims as well. If you're not subscribed to my channel already, feel free to do so, and if you want to be notified of every single time I upload a video, just click that little bell icon and you should be fine. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!